Hello everyone. Just a short video today about one of my favourite topics, Persona 3. In particular, Reload, of course the newest version. I am currently playing it on my Xbox because it's on Game Pass, and for me that's the simplest and quickest way to access it. I haven't got very far yet, that's purely a time issue. I had forgotten how long it takes in the beginning to really get going. The first couple of months can be a bit slow. I hadn't remembered it quite like that. It's quite interesting. So I don't want to talk about P3R in any depth today. This is not the place. I'm hoping I might be able to do a video sometime later when I've played a significant portion of Reload and we can talk about some of the really interesting issues. No, I've got something to show you today because an Australian outfit called 5-Star Games sent me a backpack. Now, you may remember that last year I did a video about a beautiful Xbox Persona 5 Royal themed controller that they, 5-Star Games, had sent me. So it was nice they remembered that I'm very much a Persona fan and someone who loves doing Persona-themed videos. So thank you very much, guys. I always enjoy doing these things, especially the more unusual ones. My assistant today, as with any Persona 3 video, is of course Korumaru. So let's cut to the chase. Backpack. It is big. It just says Atlus on it, so it's not specifically Persona or Persona 3 themed. So it's a soft synthetic material. Back straps obviously at the back, so you can wear it as a backpack or just as a bag. So it is nicely constructed with the flap that would protect it. Now the inside is difficult to show, but it is properly lined. And inside I discovered a cotton bag. This is one big backpack. You can fit a lot in there. So this is definitely P3R. It says so on the bag. And this is simply a little luggage tag. How so, you say? You write your name on there and it fits protectively inside the back. Gekukan Private High School. Since 1982. That's not very old, you know. No, it's not very old. There's one more item in the bag. Notebook. Stationery really is popular at the moment. I've only just done an unboxing with a load of stationery in it for a visual novel, and now I'll get another notebook. Someone wants me to write a lot. So that's just a cardboard cover. And there you are. It's a soft cover. Feels like a thick cardboard. So it's a very plain notebook, just with the P3R logo at the bottom there. And inside, our team of 3 for Persona 3. So Junpei on the left, Yukari on the right in fetching pink, and our main silent protagonist in the centre. What do you call your protagonist in Persona 3? I tend to stick with the canon name, which is Makoto Yuki. And here we have him in this rather nice acrylic standee. This is something you get as an extra or bonus item if you ordered the collector's edition via GameStop and EB Games. I think they're the only ones who carried it. I already had the standee because I got the collector's edition. The duplicate will go to a friend somewhere. Now, you don't have to use it as a standee. It's also a keychain. But I don't know how many keychains you guys have. I have far too many. I don't have enough lives left to use all my keychains, so this makes a nice standee. The only thing is that the base cutout is a bit on the loose side. I have that problem with a lot of them, and then if I accidentally knock them, they will fall over. Now, this tiny little item turns out to be an enamel pen. Well, you know how much I like my enamel pens. It is very small, but really nicely finished. And I have no idea whether this one is separately available, like on the Atlus shop or somewhere. No idea. So I've pinned that to my shirt, which is the closest I could get to Atlus and Persona via Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. It's one of my favourite tops or shirts. It's just beautiful soft cotton, quite light, but actually warm. And the last item that came with the backpack is a copy, a physical Xbox copy of P3R. And one of their interests is in promoting JRPGs, especially for Xbox, which hasn't always had a lot of Japanese content, especially in the RPG field, but they've done really well with Persona. It's well represented now on Xbox, and that's good to see. There is one issue concerning P3R that I just want to briefly mention today, because this morning I had some news popping up in my news feed saying it looks like Persona 3R is getting an expansion after all. Now, if you are interested in Persona 3 and follow the news, you will know that within the community there has already been quite a lot of discussion about the tendency by Atlus to put out an expanded or augmented version of a popular game maybe a couple of years down the road, and people feel divided about that, understandably. And of course, at the time P3R was released, the question arose, which version is it? And the developers stated quite clearly that they wanted to go back to the original and really stay as close as possible to that. And that was their decision, and I've always said I respect that. You want to complain, you complain away, but I don't think that's the right way to go about it. But it's important to discuss the merits or otherwise of the decision in a rational and balanced manner. A lot of people felt that there would be merit in including the extra content, which is significant for the FES version. And of course, many people would have also liked to see the FEM route from the portable version P3P. It seemed at the time when the game released that Atlus and the developers were ruling out such a thing, but now I think more evidence has emerged pointing to the possibility. This is not definite news by any stretch of the imagination. And there are two articles, one by PC Gamer, who are a bit more confident in claiming that there's something coming, and IGN is a bit more careful, pointing out that we don't know anything yet. So I'll put the link to those 2 articles in the description below the video, as I do with any extra information. I'm honestly not quite sure what to think at the moment. My usual course of action is to wait until there is confirmation beyond any doubt that we are or are not getting an expanded version separately later. As far as I'm concerned, this is the game we have right now. This is meant to be pretty much the definitive version of Persona 3, the modern definitive version. But is it? There is an awful lot to unpack and discuss there, and I need to play a lot more. Plus, I need to go back to FES and P3P. I never played the real original version, the plain P3. So I want to remind myself about what those 2 other versions look and play like, and then look at P3R with eyes of both appreciation but also dispassionate assessment. Whatever is going to happen, there's only one thing that is absolutely certain, and that is that dogs are incredibly loyal and faithful companions, and Koromaru will always be there. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your interest. Please keep well. I'm Food for Dogs. Bye-bye.